So guys, my number one finish from a head outside high crotch is actually a crackdown. Now, for a lot of people, a crackdown is a 30-second takedown, kind of an uh-oh position, uh-oh we got here, and majority of people like to get up to their feet. For me, I force crackdown a little bit, and I have a lot of offense from there. So although it's a 30-second takedown, I've had a lot of success here. We're gonna be in crackdown, and it's called a crackdown roll-up. Whenever I'm head outside, guys, a lot of people drive up at first. For me, I force crackdown a little bit. Now, I don't force by seat dropping. I actually take my knee that I shot with, and as I shoot, I stuff it on the outside of his ankle. Now, picture somebody getting tabletopped, right? Somebody's getting tabletopped, they sit behind the person. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tabletop his own ankle. As I do that, I'm gonna shoot my arm deep. I sit out here, and I shoot my arm deep to force crackdown. Now, what a lot of guys do, let's go back center, Corey. What a lot of guys do defensively in this position is they either post or they go double body lock, double anchors underneath my stomach. For now, if he posts, go post for now. What I want to focus on, guys, is my free hand. My right hand is on his leg. My free hand is gonna look to hook this arm. Now I want to back hook the arm. So what I do is I swim through like this, swim and hook. As I hook, my leg hand is going to attack his wrist. So instead of just hooking, this hand now is attacking his wrist. I shovel to this wrist right here. My leg hand has his wrist. Now, my back hook hand is going to grab my own wrist. You kind of have a little key lock, Kimura right here. Again, one more time. My arm swims through. I shovel. So his leg hand, my leg hand, has his wrist. My back hook hand now hooks and hooks my own wrist. I'm gonna roll to my left. Now, as I roll, I'm going to do 3 things at once. The first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sit my butt in the mat, and I'll explain why I do that in a second. The second thing I do is I'm gonna hug the lock as tight as I can to my chest. And the third and final thing I do is I'm going to sit my chest up to my knees. That's a little exaggerated, but you'll see what I'm talking about. As I roll, sit my butt in the mat, hug the lock, and chest to my knees like this. Now, the reason I need my butt in the mat is because if my butt was off the mat, we're gonna rewind here in a second. If my butt was off the mat like this, Corey can roll across his back. Go ahead and roll across your back. And now we're in a 50-50. So by me putting my butt in the mat, it actually stops him from having that weight to carry me over. I want the lock also in my chest like this, because I don't want his leg to be stronger than my arms and extend me like this. I always want to be tight, lock in my chest, so I hug that leg as tight as I can. The last and final part was sitting my chest up to my knees. Now, obviously I'm not going to be able to do a full sit-up up to my knees, but I want my core flexed because I don't want to have to recorrect that when I get in there. So, high crouch, hook, leg hand grabs his wrist, back hook hand grabs my own wrist. As I roll, if I am a little bit extended, it's very hard to correct once I sit. So I sit, and my core's not flexed. It's hard to do a sit-up while the guy's on his back. So I do that sit-up before I even roll. I flex my core as tight as I can, and I hug that lock really tight. One more time. Hook, leg hand grabs his wrist. Back hook hand grabs my own wrist. Sit on my butt, lock in my chest, flex my core, and sit my chest to my knees. Here. Now from here, what you can do is you can hook his leg, just like this, and you can look for the fall. Some guys like to roll through. If they roll through here, I just double off and finish the shot. So that is my crackdown roll-up. From a head outside high crotch, forcing crackdown, back hook roll. Got a lot of success out of this in college and actually in freestyle.